Hello students, in this video we will start the fifth chapter of NCERT, that is arithmetic progression. In short, it is also called AP. Now what is arithmetic progression? An arithmetic progression AP is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term, except the first term. Now let us take an example. Now suppose I am taking the first number as 2 or first term as 2. Now here he is saying that each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number. Now here I am taking a fixed number as 3. Now each term is obtained by adding this fixed number to the previous term, means that we will obtain the second term by adding the fixed number 3 to the term 2. So 2 plus 3 will give us 5. Then again we will add 3 to the 5 and that will give us 8. Now 8 plus 3 will give us 11 and we can proceed further by adding 3 to the previous term. Now here in AP generally we denote the first term by A1, second term by A2, third term by A3, fourth term by A4 and so on, and another term by AN. Now or you can also denote it by T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on up to Tn. Now if you see here, now here A2 minus A1, if you subtract the consecutive terms of AP or take the difference of consecutive terms of AP, then here A2 minus A1 is giving us 5 minus 2 and that is 3. Similarly, A3 minus A2 is equal to 8 minus 5 and that is again 3 here. And if we subtract the third term by the fourth term, that will be 11 minus 8 and that will be again equal to 3. Now whenever we subtract two consecutive terms of AP, any two consecutive terms, you can subtract A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3, or you can subtract AN minus 1 by AN or A4 by A5. These all the terms will give us the same result and that is 3 here. Now what was this 3? Now when we formed an AP, we have taken the fixed number as 3. So on subtracting the two consecutive terms, we are getting the fixed number which we have taken. Now this fixed number of an AP is called the common difference. Now common difference of AP, now common difference of AP is the fixed number which we have taken, is the fixed number which we have taken in this example. Now here, and this common difference is denoted by D, small d, and that will be equal to, here common difference was equal to, or fixed number was equal to A2 minus A1, or you can say that will be equal to A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3 and so on. And you can also say that will be equal to AN minus 1. AN is the last nth term and previous to the nth term, the term will be n minus 1 term. So we can obtain the common difference by AN minus AN minus 1. In general, we write in general form. In general form, we take the first term of AP as A and then we add the fixed number as D plus D, or you can say you can take the fixed number, the common difference as D. Then the second term will be A plus D. Now on adding this fixed number or common difference to the first term, the second term will be A plus D. Now third term will be on adding d to the second term. Now this will be a plus d will be a plus 2d, and similarly third term will be a plus 3d, and so on to nth term. And nth term of the AP will be a plus, now here as we see here, the first term is a, now second term is a plus 1 into d, third term is 2 into d. Now we are multiplying d with one number less than the number of term. That means the nth term will be, now one number less than n will be n minus 1 into d. This is the general form of AP. Now come to the exercise 5.1. Now here in question number second, if you have to find out the first four terms of AP when the first term A and the common difference D are given as follows. Now here I am doing the fourth part of it. A is equal to minus 1 and D is equal to 1. Now here first term and common difference is given to us. We have to find out the next four terms of the AP. Yeah, you can say first four terms of the AP. Now first term A1. Now it is already given to us that first term is minus 1. So A1 will be equal to minus 1. Now second term, that is A2, will be equal to A plus, now first term plus D, and that is equal to minus 1 plus 1 by 2, and this will give us minus 2 plus 1 by 2, and that will be equal to minus 1 by 2. Now third term will be equal to, now again we will add d to the second term. Now second term was a plus d, so third term will be a plus, now adding d to it we will get 2d, and that will be equal to, a was minus 1 plus 2 into d, and d was 1 by 2. This will give us 1 plus minus 1 plus 1, and that will be 0. Now A4 will be obtained by adding d to the third term, and third term was a plus 2d. Now a plus 2d on, if we add 2d to a plus 2d, that will give us a plus 3d. This will be a plus 3d, or you can say this will be minus 1 plus 3 into 1 by 2, and this will be minus 1 plus 3 by 2, minus 2 plus 3 by 2, and this will give us 1 by 2. So we can say the four terms of the AP are, so the first four terms of AP are, now first term was minus 1, second is minus 1 by 2, third is 0, and fourth one is 1 by 2. Now these terms you can also obtain in another way, that is A1 is given to us, that was minus 1. Now second term, that is A2, will be obtained by adding d to A1. So that means this will be a plus d, and this will give us minus 1 plus 1 by 2, and that will be minus 1 by 2. Now third term A3 will be obtained by adding d to the second term. Now here we have added d, now a plus d, we have added d to the second term. Now here I am adding d to a plus d to get the third term, that will be a plus 2d. Now we can directly add d to the second term which we have obtained. So here we will add d to the second term, and second term was minus 1 by 2, and if you add d 1 by 2 it will give us 0. Now similarly A4 will be obtained by adding d to the third term, and third term was A3 plus d, and that will 0 plus 1 by 2, and this will give us 1 by 2. So you can proceed in any of the two ways to find the first four terms of AP. In third question, For the following APs, write the first term and the common difference. Now, here we have to write the first term and common difference. So I am doing the fourth part of it, where the terms of APs are 0.6, 1.7, 2.8 and 3.9. Now, as you know, first term is already given to you. The first term of AP, first term of AP, that is A1, is given to you, and that is 0.6. Now we have to also find the common difference. Now common difference of AP, that is D, is obtained by taking difference of the consecutive term. So A2 minus A1 will be equal to, now A2, this one was A1 and second term is A2. So A2 is 1.7 and minus A1. A1 was 0.6. So this will give us 1.1, and this is our common difference D. Now whenever you are finding the common difference, always keep in mind we are saying that we have to take the difference of the consecutive term, but you can't subtract but you can't take A1 minus A2 or A3 minus A4. This is not correct. You have to subtract the previous term from the next term, or you have to subtract the first term from the second, third from the fourth, fourth from the fifth. Now in fourth question, which of the following are APs? Now we have to check that which of the following sequences given to us form an AP. If they form an AP, if they are in AP, then we have to find the common difference D and then write the three more terms. Now I am doing third part of it. Now here a sequence is given, few numbers are given to us in a sequence. Now we have to check whether it is in AP or not. For that, now here the first term A1 is given to us as minus 1.2, A2 is minus 3.2, A3, that is third term, is minus 5.2, and fourth term is given to us minus 7.2. Now in order to check whether these are in AP or not, now the common difference, the difference between the consecutive terms should be same. So that will be, now first of all we will take the difference between first term and second term, A2 minus A1, that will be minus 3.2 minus 1.2, that will be minus 3.2 plus 1.2, and this will give us minus 2. Now similarly, A3 minus A2 will give us minus 5.2 minus 3.2, and this will be equal to minus 5.2 plus 3.2, that will again equal to minus 2. A4 minus A3 will be minus 7.2 minus 5.2, and this will be also equal to minus 2. Here as we see here, A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2, and that equal to A4 minus A3. Now if the difference between the consecutive terms is same, then the sequence is in AP. So we can say that this minus 1.2 minus 3.2 minus 5.2 and so on is in AP. Now if these are in AP, then we have to find the common difference. Now common difference of an AP, common difference, now as we have done earlier, the common difference D is obtained by subtracting the two consecutive terms. We can take a2 minus a1 or a3 minus a2 or a4 minus a3 to find the common difference. Here I am taking first two terms a2 minus a1, and we have already obtained the value of a2 minus a1, that was minus 2. So that means the common difference of the AP is minus 2. Now after finding the common difference, we have to find the next three terms of the AP. Now next, three more terms of the AP. Three terms of AP will be, now here in this we here 1 2 3 4 four terms are given to us. We have to find the next three terms, so we will find out the fifth, sixth and seventh term. Now fifth term of AP, that is A5, that will be obtained by adding D to the fourth term, and fourth term was minus 7.2, and if we add D, that was minus 2 to it, then it will give us minus 9.2. Similarly, sixth term will be obtained by adding D to the fifth term, and that will be minus 9.2 plus minus 2. Here we have obtained the fifth term, and that will give us minus 11.2. Now we have to obtain the three terms. Now we have obtained two terms. Now third term will be A7, and that will be A6 plus D, and A6 was minus 11.2 plus D, and D is minus 2, and that will give us minus 13.2. So these are our next three terms of AP. Now in sixth part of question number third, now a sequence is given to us. We have to check whether, first of all we have to check whether it is in AP or not. So here A1 is 0.2, A2 0.22, A3 is 0.222, and A4 is 0.2222. Now here, first of all, in order to check whether this is in AP or not, we have to take the difference of consecutive terms. So A2 minus A1 will give us 0.22 minus 0.2, and that will be 0.02. Now if we take third term minus second term, then it will be 0.222 minus 0.22, and this will give us 0.002. Now as we see here, this A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. That means the difference between the consecutive terms is not equal or same. So if the difference between the consecutive term is not same, then you can say thus this sequence 0.2, 0.22, 0.222 and so on is not in AP. Now as we have discussed previously, that if first term is A and the fixed number, or you can say common difference of the AP is D, then this second term is obtained by adding D to the first term. Third term will be obtained by adding D to the second term. That means A plus D, and that will give us A plus 2D. And fourth term will be A plus 2D plus D will be A plus 3D. Now if you see here, now this first term, now in second term, here D is being multiplied with 1. Here in third term, D is multiplied by 2. In this fourth term, D is being multiplied by 3. That means if we want to find the nth term, that will be an, then that now A is common in all the terms, that means that will be A plus. Now in second term we are multiplying D by 1, that means 1 less than the term. Now in third term, now 3 minus 1 will be equal to 2, and we are multiplying d by 2. Now here we are taking the fourth term, and one number less than the 4 will be equal to 3. So we are multiplying by d by 3. So here, in order to find the nth term, we will multiply d with a number 1 less than n, and number 1 less than n will be n minus 1, and this is our nth term of the AP. Formula for nth term of the AP. Now suppose there is an AP 2, 4, 5, 6 and so on, and we have to find out the fifth term of this AP. The fifth term, that is A5, will be, now according to this formula, will be given by A5 will be A is 2 here. Here you can write A plus N. N here is 5. So 5 minus 1 D. And that will be A plus 4D. And now you can put the value of A and D here. A was 2 and D is 4 minus 2 will be equal to 2. So that is 4 into 2, and that will give us 4 to the 8 plus 2, 10. The fifth term of the AP will be 10. Now we will solve few questions of exercise 5.2. Now here in first question, a table is given to us, and where A is the first term, D is the common difference, and An is the nth term of the AP, and N denotes the number of term. Now here we have to find the values which are kept blank here. Now I am doing the third part of it. In third part, D is given to as minus 3, N is given to as 18, and An is minus 5, and we have to find the value of A, that is first term. Now as An is given to us, we will directly apply the formula of An. Now An is equal to minus 5. Now An, the formula for An was A plus N minus 1 D. Now here we have obtained the formula for An. An was equal to A plus N minus 1 D. Now that the value of An is equal to minus 5. Now we will put the values which are given to us. Now A is not given to us. This we have to find out. Now plus N. N was 18 here. 18 minus 1, and D is minus 3. And that equal to minus 5. Now this will be equal to A plus. Now 18 minus 1 will be 17 into minus 3. This one was A, equal to minus 5, and this will give us A minus 51 equal to minus 5. 17 into 3 will be 51, and this will be A equal to minus 5 plus 51, and this will be equal to 46. So we can say that the first term of AP or A is 46. Now in fourth part of question first, A, D and An are given to us, and we have to find the value of N. Now again An is given, so we will apply the formula for An. An is equal to 3.6 on the left hand side. Now An is equal to A plus N minus 1D, and that is given to us 3.6. Now value of A here is 18.9 plus N that we have to obtain, and D is given to us as 2.5, and that equal to 3.6. Now first of all we will take this minus 18.9 to the right hand side, and this will give us N minus 1 into 2.5 equal to 3.6 plus 18.9, and this will be N minus 1 into 2.5, and that equal to 22.5. So we are, and now N minus 1 will be equal to 22.5 divided by 2.5, and that will give us 9. 22.5 divided by 2.5 will be equal to 9. Now we will take 1 to the right hand side and that will give us the value of n, and here the value of n is 10. Now in question number 2, we have to choose correct answer from the given choices. Now here in second part of it, 11th term of AP, we have to find the 11th term of AP whose first 3 terms are given to us. Now AP is given to us, we have to find its 11th term. Now in order to find the 11th term, first of all we need common difference. So A1 is minus 3 here, A2 is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now common difference of AP, that is D, will be given by A2 minus A1. Now A2 is minus 1 by 2 minus A1, here is minus 3. Now this will give us, and that will be minus 1 plus 6 by 2, that will be equal to 5 by 2. Now we have to find the 11th term of the AP. Now formula for nth term of AP, that was an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Now here we have to find the 11th term, so a in place of n we will take 11, and that equal to a was equal to minus 3, that is first term, plus n. Now here a1 and a are same thing, that is first term, n minus 1. Now n is again 11 here, minus 1, and d we have already obtained, that was 5 by 2. Now this will be minus 3 plus 10 into 5 by 2, and 2 into 5 will be equal to 10. So this will be minus 3 plus 25, and that will give us 22. So 11th term of the AP is equal to 22. Now in question number 3, we have to find the missing term in the boxes. Now first one is 2, and these are in APs. Now second term is not given to us, and third term is 26. Now here A1 is given to us 2, A2 is not given to us, and A3 is 26. As you know, these are in AP, so their common difference will be equal. That means A2 minus A1 will be equal to A3 minus A2. Now here A2 is not given, so we have to find the value of A2. A2, we will take A2 to the left hand side, and that will be A1 plus A3, and this will be 2A2 equal to A1. A1 was 2 and A3 was 26, and that will give us 28. So A2 is equal to 28 by 2 equal to 14. So this term, second term of this AP will be equal to 14. Now in second part of question 3, now first term and third term are not given to us. Second term is equal to 13 and fourth term is equal to 3. We have to find the first and the third term of this AP. Now as we know, this A2 is given to us 13, and we know that the value of nth term is given by a plus n minus 1 d. So the value of the 2th term will be a plus 2 minus 1 will be 1 d, and that will be equal to 13. In place of n we will take 2, so 2 minus 1 will be equal to 1, and a plus 1 into d will be a plus d. Now again fourth term is given to us, that is 3, and similarly now this will be a plus 4 minus 1d. Now 4 minus 1 will be 3, so that will be into 3d, and that will be equal to 3. That was 3. Now here we have obtained two equations. Now we can solve these two equations by elimination or substitution method to get the value of a and d. Here I am solving it by elimination method. Equation second minus equation first will give us the value of d as minus 5. Now we can put the value of d in any of the equations. Here I have taken it equation first here. Now on putting value of d in equation first. Now in equation first, a plus d was 13, so it will be a plus d. D is minus 5 equal to 13, and that is giving us the value of first term a equal to 18. Now that means here we have obtained the first term as 18. Now we have to get the third term, first, second, third. Now third term of the AP will be given as a plus 3 minus 1. Now n minus 1 means here n is 3 here, so 3 minus 1, that is 2d. And 18 plus, now put the value of a and d here. A was 18 and d was minus 5. So on putting the value of a and d, we are getting a3 as 8. So this will be value of the a3. Now in third part of the question, now first term a is given to us, that is 5, and 2, 3, 4, and fourth term of the AP is 9, 1 by 2. We have to find second and third term. Now here first term a is given to us 5, fourth term is 9, 1 by 2, that is equal to 19 by 2. Now as we know, fourth term means a plus 4 minus 1d, and that will give us 3d. A plus 3d is equal to 19 by 2. Here the value of a was given to us 5. We'll put the value of a and then take a to the right hand side to get 19 by 2 minus 5. We are getting 9 by 2 after taking LCM, and from here we can solve it to get the value of d, and d is 3 by 2. Now we have to find the second term. The second term of the AP is a plus 2 minus 1d, that is a plus d. Here we can put the values of a and d to find the second term, and third term can be obtained by adding 2d to a. Third term means a plus 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2d, or you can also obtain the third term by a2 plus d on adding d to the second term. Now in question number 4 is saying which term of AP is 78. Now AP is given to us, and AP was 3, 8, 13, 18. Now here first of all we will find out the common difference of AP. Now A1 is 3, A2 is 8. So common difference D will be equal to A2 minus A1, and that is equal to 5 here. Now we have to check that which term of AP is 78. So we will suppose that nth term of AP is 78. That means AN equal to 78. Now formula for AN was a plus n minus 1d, and we will put the values of a and d here. Now a was 3 and d was. Now after putting the value of a and d, we can solve it to get the value of n, and here n is equal to 16. So we can say that the 78 is the 16th term of the AP. Now in fifth question, we have to find the number of terms in the AP. Now this fourth and fifth question are alike. Now here in the fourth question we have to find out which term of the AP is 78. So we have taken AN equal to 78. Now here we have to find the number of terms. Now if there are n terms in an AP, then this 205 will be nth term of this AP. That means we will take we will suppose that let number of terms in the AP be n, and that will give us AN equal to 205, and then we can apply the formula of AN after finding the value of A and D to get the value of n, and that will be our answer. Similarly in the second part, AN will be equal to minus 47. Now sixth question, this is important one. We have to check whether minus 150 is the term of AP or not. Now AP is given to us. Now first of all we will find out the first term and common difference of the AP. Now first term was 11, second term was 8. So common difference D will be A2 minus A1, that will means 8 minus 11, that is giving us minus 3. Now we have to check whether minus 150 is the term of the AP or not. For that we will take nth term of AP as minus 150. So let us suppose that nth term of AP is minus 150. That means an is equal to 150. Now we will apply the formula for an, that is a plus n minus 1 d equal to minus 150. And on putting the value of a and d, a was 11 here, a1, and d was minus 3. 11 and minus 1 into minus 3 equal to minus 150. Now on solving this, we are getting the value of n as 164 by 3, or in mixed fraction we are getting it as 54 2 by 3. Now as the number of term, now if you are counting something, you will count it in positive integers or in terms of positive integer or natural numbers. But here it is the number of term is coming as 54 2 by 3, and it is not a positive integer, not a positive integer. So that means, thus we can say that minus 150 is not the term of given AP. Now number of term should always be a positive integer. Now 7th and 8th question are same. 8th question, an AP consists of 50 terms, in which third term is 12 and the last term is 1 and 6. Find the 29th term. Now here first term and common difference are not given to us, so we will take first term as A and common difference as D. Now third term of AP is given to as 12, that means A3 is 12. A3 will be A plus n minus 1, 3 minus 1d, 3 minus 1 will be 2d. Now that equal to 12. This is our first equation. Now he is saying that there are 50 terms in the AP and the last term is 1 and 6. That means the 50th term of AP is 106. A50 equal to 1 and 6, and that means A plus 49D will be equal to 1 and 6. Now we will solve equation first and second to get the values of A and D, and here the value of A is 8 and D is 4. And after that we have to find the 29 term of AP, and that means we have to find A29. A29 will be equal to A plus 29 minus 1D from the formula an equal to A plus n minus 1D, and this will give us the 29 term. Now in 9th question, it is similar to question number 8. Now here third and 9th term of AP are given to us, and we have to check that which term of AP is 0. Again first term and the common difference are not given to us, so we will take them as A and D respectively. Now third term is given to us as 4, that means A plus 2D will be 4, and 9th term is given to us minus 8, so A plus 8D will be equal to A minus 8. We will solve these two by elimination method, and these are giving us the value of A as 8 and D as minus 2. Now we have to check that which term of the AP is 0, so we will take the nth term as 0. The an is equal to 0, and on now formula of an is A plus n minus 1D, and that is 0 here. Now on putting the value of A and D, we can get the value of n from here. Now the value of n is 5, and that means the fifth term of AP is 0. Now 10th question. In 10th question, the 17th term of AP exceeds the 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. Now 17th term exceeds the 10th term by 7. That means A17 minus A10 will be equal to 7. Now if we have taken the first term as A and common difference as D, then A17 will be equal to A plus 16D, and A10 will be equal to A plus 90. And after solving this, A will cancel out and we will get the value of common difference D as 1. Now come to question number 11. Now which term of AP is given to us, will be 132 more than the 54th term? Now here AP is given to us. From here we will find out the first term and the common difference. Now first term is 3, second term is 15, so common difference will be A2 minus A1, that is equal to 15 minus 3, and that will give us 12. Now here we have to check that which term of AP is 132 more than the 54 term. So we are taking that any term of AP is 132 more than the 54 term. That means that AN is 132 more than the 54 term. That means A54 plus 132. Now AN, formula for AN is A plus N minus 1D, and A54 will be A plus 54 minus 1, that will be 53D, and plus 132 was already here. Now here it will be A. Now value of A is 3 here, that will be 3 plus N minus 1, and D was 12. That A is again 3 plus 53, and D is 12 plus 132. Now here this 3 will cancel out from both the sides. Now this will give us N minus 1 into 12. Now we will solve this. Now here, as we see here in 53 into 12 is divisible by 12, and 132 is also divisible by 12, and here N minus 1, here one multiple in these two factors is 12. So here we will take 12 common, and that will give us 53 plus 11. 12 into 11 will be equal to 132. Now here again 12 will cancel out, and this will give us N minus 1 equal to 64, and you can say N equal to 64 plus 1 equal to 65. So we can say that this 65th term of AP is 132 more than the 54th term. Now in question number 12, two APs have the same common difference. If difference between their 100th term is 100, what is the difference between their 1000th term? Now always keep in mind that if the two APs have the same common difference, then the difference between their corresponding terms is always equal. So you will write this statement that if two APs have the same common difference, then difference between their corresponding terms will be equal. That means if the difference between the 100th term of AP is 100, then the difference between the 1000 term of AP will be equal to 100. And if you take 1 lakh terms, then the difference will be equal to 100. Now difference between all the terms of corresponding terms of these two APs will be equal to 100. So you will write here that two APs with the same common difference. If the two APs have the same common difference, then difference between their corresponding term is always equal. So if difference between 100 term is 100, then the difference between 1000 term will be equal to 100. Now here, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? We have to check that how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7. Now 3-digit numbers divisible by 7 will be, now least number divisible by 7. How will you get the least number divisible by 7? Now least 3-digit number is 100. Now we have to find the 3-digit numbers. So least 3-digit number is 100. Now on dividing it by 7, we are getting 7 is 7, 30, 7 into 4 will be 28, and remainder will be 2. Now that means we need, now in order to make it remainder as 7, as 0, we need to add 5 to 2. So that 7 into 1 will be equal to 7 and the remainder will be equal to 0. So we will add 5 to 100 and this will give us the first 3-digit number divisible by 7. Now first will be 5, 1 and 5. Now 1 and 5 plus 7 will be 1 and 12. Now last 3-digit number divisible by 7 will be, now last 3-digit number is 999. So on dividing 999 by 7, we will get 28, 19 and 14. We will get the remainder as 5. So we will subtract the remainder from the greatest 3-digit number to get the 3-digit number divisible by 5. As here we have added 5, but if we add 2 to it in order to make it 7, then the number will not, this 999 will become the 4-digit number. So we will subtract 5 from it, this remainder from the number, to get the last 3-digit number divisible by 7. Here we have obtained the first number, the last number. So A1, the first will be 1 and 5. Common difference D will be equal to 7 as the numbers are divisible by 7. And let numbers, 3-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers divisible by 7 be n. If you take number of 3-digit numbers divisible by 7 be n, then an will be 994. And from here we will get the value of n to find out the numbers, a number of numbers, which 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. Now question number 14th is same as question number 13th. Here we have to find the multiples of 4 between 10 and 250. Now first multiple will be 12 and the last multiple will be 248. Now 15th. Now for what values of n the nth term of the two APs is equal? In this question we will find out the nth term of both the APs and then equate them to find out the value of n. Now first AP, I have taken it as AP1, is given to us 63, 65, 67 and so on. Its first term is 63, second term is 65 and common difference will be A2 minus A1, that is equal to 2. Now another term of AP1 will be given by A plus n minus 1D. Now value of A is 63, value of D is 2. So on solving this we are getting the nth term as 2n plus 61. Now the second AP, that is I have taken here AP2, is given to us as 3, 10, 17. Now here also similarly as we have done earlier, we will find out the nth term of AP2 and that is 7n minus 4. Now he is saying that nth term of both the APs is equal. That means nth term of AP1 is equal to nth term of AP2 and that will give the value of n and that is equal to 13. Now in 17th question we have to find the 20th term of AP from the last term. Now AP is given to us. Now here A1 is 3, A2 is 8 and last term is 253, that I have taken as L. Now common difference D will be A2 minus A1, that will be 8 minus 3 equal to 5. Now we have to find out the 20th term from the last term. Now if you are finding the 20th term from the first term, that will be A plus your 20th term of AP, that will be A plus 20 minus 1D. Now, but here this A, we have to find the 20th term from the last term. So in place of A we will take L. Then we are finding the 20th term, that will be 20 minus 1. Now D, in place of D, now see here, if we write this AP in inverse order, then the first term will become 253 and so on up to 13, 8 and 3. Now if we see here, now the common difference of this AP will be 3 minus 8, that equal to minus 5. That means the sign of D is changing. Now from, if you are proceeding in the inverse order, then the common difference is coming as -5, whereas the common difference was 5. That means the sign of common difference we have to change the sign of common difference if we want to find the any term from the last term. So we can say the 20th term from the last term will be equal to L plus 20 minus 1, and that will be 19, or you can write it as 20 minus 1 d. In place of d we have to write minus d, and this will give us L was 253 plus 20 minus 1 will be 19, and d place of d there is minus d, minus 5. D was 5, so in place of d we will write out minus 1. Now we can solve it to find out the value of the 20th term. So we can say that if you want to find the nth term from the last term, then its formula will be L plus n minus 1 into minus d. In question number 18, the sum of 4th and 8th term of AP is 24 and the sum of 6th and 10th term is 44. Find the first three terms of AP. On taking the first term as A and common difference as D, now he is saying that A4 plus A8 is equal to 24. Now A4 will be A plus 3D and A8 will be A plus 7D, and their sum is equal to 24. Now on solving this, we are getting 2A plus 10D equal to 24. Now as we know, the left hand side and right hand side are both divisible by 2. So we will divide the whole equation by 2, and this will give us A plus 5D equal to 12. And this is our first equation. Similarly, A6 plus A10, a sum of 6th term and 10th term is given to us 44. And this is giving us A plus 7D equal to 22, and this we will take as a equation second. Now we will solve equation first and second by elimination or substitution method to get the values of A and D. Now here I am writing it tightly. The value of A is coming as minus 13 and value of D is 5. Now the first three terms, we have to find the first three terms of AP. So first three terms of AP will be A1, and A1 was equal to A, that we have already obtained, is equal to minus 13. A2 will be A plus D, that will be A minus 13 plus D. D was 5, and that will give us minus 8. Now A3 can be either obtained by the formula A plus 2D, or you can say A2 plus D will be A3. Now A2 was minus 8 plus D, D was 5, and that is giving us minus 3. So these are the first three terms of the AP. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of Rs 5,000 and received an increment of Rs 200 each year. In which year did his his income reaches 7,000? Now salary of Subba Rao in 1995 was Rs 5,000. Increment per year is Rs 200. We have to find out that in which year his salary reaches Rs 7,000. So we can take that let salary reaches 7,000 after n years, or after n years his salary reaches Rs 7,000. Now here this was the initial salary of Subba Rao. We can take it as A, and there is a fixed increment of Rs 200 per year. That means his income is increasing 200 rupees per year. So this we can take as the common difference in his income, D. Now let after n years his salary becomes 7,000. So we will take, that means A and will be equal to 7,000. Now value of A and D are already with us, so we will put the value of A and D to find out the value of n, and here n is coming out to be 11 years. So we can write, thus his salary reaches Rs 7,000 in, now initial salary was given to us in 1995 and after 11 years his salary becomes rupees 7,000. So we'll add 1911 to 1995, and that will give us 2006. So his salary reaches rupees 7,000 in year 2006. Now in 8th question is same as question number 19th. Now Ramkali saved 5 in the first week. So saving in first week is rupees 5, and she is increasing her weekly saving by rupees 1.75. So this will be D, increase in weekly saving, that is 1.75. You will take it as D. Now if in n weeks her weekly saving becomes 20.75, find n. That means in nth week her saving becomes rupees 20.75. That means an will be equal to 20.75, and from that we can find out the value of n. Thank you.